Ahmed Mohamed, who is Muslim, says he just wanted to show off his simple invention.
My hobby is to invent stuff.
Oh, it's a clock I built over the weekend.
And the clock was made in a metal case, a metal box, and I put the circuit board in there with the digital display in there with it.
So I brought my clock to school, and my teacher thought that it was a threat to her because it just, in her eyes, it looked suspicious.
And I put it in place, and I showed my teacher, and it got to the point where I was arrested. It was really easy. I wanted to show her something small at first, but they took a wrong point of it, and they thought it was a bomb, so I got arrested for a hoax bomb.
A lot of these details that the family and he has provided to you were not shared with us yesterday in any way. He was very much less than forthcoming.
His father says Ahmed fixes all sorts of things. He encouraged his son to demonstrate his skills, and he blames discrimination for what happened.
We are in the melted box. We are in the greatest country. We need this trouble not to hinder us.
We are a civil rights and advocacy organization that has been helping to get Ahmed's story out.
Some of the pictures that are circulating on social media are thanks to his sister's quick thinking.
His father, Mohammed Al-Hassan Mohammed, will now say a few words.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Muhammad Al-Hassan Muhammad, the father of Ahmed Mohamed. You are here 6 hours, maybe 8 hours, some of you, since yesterday. When there is something wrong, they stand and rise up. What happened to our son? It is a sign to go forward, to fix the law, to punish who did the mistake. Everybody is doing a mistake. Nobody is perfect. But this is America. We need to make the amendment to the law. We need to renew. We need to reform. We need to... You need to think. So I think this is things is important. All of you now, maybe no Muslim here, a few Muslim.
So I will introduce now Linda, and she will update us with regards to the legal situation.
Hello, my name is Linda Marino. I am an attorney and of counsel with the Constitutional Law Center for Muslims in America. And the family has asked the center to represent the interests of Ahmed going forward. You're going to hear from Ahmed soon, but what you'll quickly realize is that he's just a bright 14-year-old American Muslim kid. And all he did was a science project for his school.
The device causing alarm when it alarmed in another class. That teacher, of course, took it and contacted school officials who then contacted police. Irving's police chief says they've determined no intent to cause harm, and they don't believe this incident will harm relations with the Islamic community.
I closed it with a cable. So, because I didn't want to lock it to make it seem like a threat, so I just used a simple cable. So it won't look that much suspicious.
Did you show it to a teacher first?
Yes, I showed it to 2 teachers.
And what did those teachers say when you showed them your clock?
The first teacher, he was impressed, but he advised me not to show any other people.
He told you not to show any other people?
Yes.
Why do you think he said that?
He told me it looks like a bomb.
So then another teacher saw it, right? And what was that teacher's reaction?
The clock, in fact, was plugged in during the classroom, so it didn't go off in my backpack. So it was plugged in, and I set a time on there, and I showed it to a student sitting next to me, and it went off. So the teacher looked around and said, "What was that noise?" And I just unplugged it immediately. It's what happened before. Before I showed her the clock, I voluntarily wanted to show it to her. I told her, "Do you want to see my clock?" And she said, "Sure."
So you put this together, you bought parts and put it together in your room, is that right?
Yes. So the clock, in fact, is built from scrap found around the house. Some of the boards were already manufactured, but yes, it was put together.
An interrogation room in your school?
It's a school resources room. I call it the interrogation room because that's where I got interrogated. It was something really simple to make.
How long did it take you to make that bomb?
I
mean, it looks like a pretty complicated explosive device.
Around 10 or 20 minutes.
But when the story went national, so did a picture of the clock Ahmed claims to have invented. And some electronic experts found something very familiar about it, saying it looks astonishingly similar to this clock sold in the 1980s by Radio Shack. In fact, some of these experts pointed out that Ahmed's device and the old Radio Shack clock share the exact same screen, same buttons, same 9-volt backup battery system. They point out that Ahmed's clock even has serial numbers and an imprint of an American flag. Experts also ask why, if you're inventing a new clock, would you use a 30-year-old circuit board that is unavailable today? Listen.
I see no evidence that this is any creation in it whatsoever, and that there was any modification or any even assembly of anything to have made things out of a kit, for example. This is simply taking a clock out of its case.
I'm going to introduce Khalid Hamida, who's going to speak on behalf of the Muslim community in North Texas.
Assalamu alaikum. Stay right here next to me. On behalf of all Muslims, we're not here to point fingers either at the teacher or the police department.
The tone from the Islamic community in meeting tonight with Irving's police chief was far different than other activists who say the student was profiled. Fox 4's Brandon Todd was there with more on how the meeting went. Brandon.
Well, Clarice, there are prayer services happening right now, but earlier in the evening, in a back room, in private, the police chief met with Islamic leaders here locally in a meeting that both sides characterized as positive. Police Chief Larry Boyd, alongside Irving Islamic leaders, emerged from a closed-door meeting inside the Islamic Center of Irving.
I was very encouraged by this meeting.
The media wasn't allowed into the meeting. We're told about 15 people attended, administrators with the mosque and community leaders. Khalid Hamidah with the Islamic Association of Irving says the chief was asked some tough questions about the arrest of 14-year-old Ahmed Mohamed and didn't shy away from any of them.
We spoke about the incident, and we spoke about moving forward and continuing the mutual trust and respect that we have with each other.
It was very positive, looking for opportunities for partnership, discussing ways that we can work, especially with their youth, to help them understand and know and learn that they can trust the police and that we can continue to work together.
But while the mood here was unity, the message from the teens' parents and attorney seemed to be something different. Hamidah says he and this mosque are not critical of the way Irving PD and the school district reacted.
I think the parents can speak for themselves. As I said in the other press conference, do not point a finger either at the teacher or the police. There's enough stuff going on to make everybody fearful.
Chief Boyd did say that one of the assurances he gave to the Muslim community was to take a closer look at how his department handled the situation.
We'll review this. We'll look at decision points and where there are opportunities to take it in a different direction, and we definitely want to do that.
Hamidah says the teen and his family right now are planning for a host of national media interviews and a possible trip to the White House.
Was it a little cool to be arrested? I mean, it does give you a little street cred back in it.
It was kind of cool. Thanks to all my supporters on social media, I got this far thanks to you guys.
14-year-old Ahmed Mohamed is a star.